It is forecast, though, to continue to turn away from land. This looks like it will push out into the North Atlantic over the next couple of days. And tropical depression number 7, it has not been named yet, may be named later on today, very close to tropical storm strength, winds at 35 miles per hour. Looks like this storm is going to go to the north, so those storms appears no threat to land at this time. That's the latest. We'll have more next hour, Vince. All right, thank you very much, Dave. And as we go to break, we want to remind you that Jeannie Mose will be along with her fashion folly story.
Can't wait to eat. Make new Uncle Ben's mini bowls like cheeseburger, and pepperoni pizzeria. Mini bowls. Make hunger. Say Uncle. Warms my
on the Olympic Stadium every day. We will be bringing you the best of the action from Europe COP29 as part of the negotiations, the activity.
Do I know you? Who's the Jelly sister? Let's go to Pier 1.
Here in studio, the Daily Show will be bringing together some of the key players shaping COP29 along with the people on the front line.
Hurry in and save 20 to 50% during our dining sale.
Let's take a look then, shall we, at what is coming up on today's show. On the opening day, are you still confused by what COP29 actually is? We'll help explain.
That looks good.
Former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, running the Institute for Global Change, now tells us what he thinks could be and should be achieved here.
Packed protein and essential vitamins and minerals, Carnation Instant Breakfast is the perfect morning fuel to power you up for whatever you've got to do today.
Let's get out of the studio for a moment, shall we? YouTube creator Wadi Ghana is out in the thick of it for us. He's contributing to the show. So good to see you there, Wadi.
Hey, Rosanna, it's great to be here. This is my first time at COP. This place is super huge. Literally, the entire world is present in here. And you know what? All day today, I've been walking around speaking to delegates just to find out what COP is all about. And later on the show, you will all find out.
#1 online broker by
Certainly will. That's Wadi Meyer for us. You can see a lot more of him throughout the show, throughout the next 2 weeks as well. It's great to have him on board. So you've seen a bit of what COP29 looks like. What exactly is COP? Let's find out.
In the global energy business, no one covers more ground than the fast cats. Conoco, think big, move fast.
There they are. There they are.
Grandma!
Hey, Ma. Hello. How you doing? I'm okay. Just a little busy. Where's Stanley?
How will you make your money last when you retire? Conseco offers a wide variety of retirement products that can help. Conseco, step up.
Well,
Burden of Proof, weekdays, 12:30 Eastern on CNN.
Minister for Ecology and Natural Resources is the COP29 president, and his job is to run COP29.
Hi, my name is Anika Rabi. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I would like to ask CNN, how does an aspiring model become a model?
Environmental program shows that current policies are leading us to 3 degrees of warming.
The ways in which one can become a model are endless. A girl can be scattered at the mall, walking down the street.
Existence of communities representatives in this room. Colleagues, we are
See, they
on
can
the
go to a
road to
modeling
ruin.
convention. It's just
But
any
these are
way
not the future
that
problems.
anyone can see you.
Climate change is already here.
We
From
click
flooded
look
homes
for
in Spain
girls who are minimum at
to forest
5'9" and
fires
under
in
21 to
Australia.
begin. And
From
we can
rising
find those
oceans in the
girls
Pacific to
everywhere.
barren
And what we
plains
ask them to
in
do
East
is
Africa.
either to send in their
Whether you see them or
Polaroids or
not,
send in their
people are
snapshots
suffering
so that
in
we
the
can get a
shadows.
line of their body and their
dying in
bone
the dark.
structure.
And they need more than compassion, more than prayers and paperwork.
Ask CNN.
And they're crying out for leadership and action.
Well, Simon Steele is Executive Secretary of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, the part of the United Nations that runs COP. Here's what he had to say.
This
Face-to-face,
process
online
is
interface,
the only place we
personal,
have to address the
productive,
rampant climate crisis and to
global,
credibly hold each other to
very human,
account to
very
act
modern,
on it. And we
easy,
know this this process is working. Because without it,
Either way.
humanity would be
You
headed
want to call
towards
911
5
and
degrees
do what they tell
of
you
global warming.
as far as the dispatcher and the paramedics
In
do
these halls,
when they
we
arrive.
And also this idea of taking an
specific
aspirin, that'll make you
pieces
feel
of the
better
puzzle.
immediately.
Well,
each
this
year.
message has gotten a little bit garbled.
It can
People are
feel
now
far
taking
away
aspirins
from what's
in lieu of
happening
calling
in
911,
Florence's
or they're
living room.
driving themselves to the drugstore to buy an aspirin to
cannot
see if the pain
afford to
doesn't go away.
continue
Wrong
upending
message.
lives and
Aspirin should be
livelihoods
given
in
by the
every
people who
nation.
arrive on the scene or over the phone as they
Well,
tell
now
you
we're
what to
really
do.
pleased to have
Taking
with
an
us here in the
aspirin
studio
will
former
not
UK Prime
treat you
Minister
for a
Tony
heart attack
Blair,
at
who is
home.
now
It's not a
running
home cure for a heart
Tony
attack.
And as you said at the beginning, a
Change.
1-hour
So
window of
great to
opportunity,
have you
really.
with us.
Is the
Thank you.
best
And
time.
I'll start.
Exactly. All right, Emily, thank you as always.
We're very
7:52
curious to know.
now in our next hour. Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond. We're back after this.
CBS Health Watch, sponsored by Flonase Nasal Spray. Ask your doctor for more information.
The very first treaty, the Kyoto
To get some relief from your nasal allergy symptoms, but before you change your life,
back then it
make
was
an
all
easier
about
change.
trying to assuage
Multi-system Flonase relieves all these nasal allergy symptoms. Sneezing,
I would say
itchy,
the
runny
best part of
nose,
2
and
decades, the
congestion.
argument was
Flonase once a day
there really
relieves
isn't
them all day and
well,
night.
you're-
For best results, use daily. Side effects are generally
Actually, I think now
mild and
everyone
need
accepts
headache, nosebleed, or sore throat. Ask your doctor about multi-system Flonase. When you get it all it takes is Flonase.
I think it's been massive progress made on the world acceptance of the we don't say that there's any issue on climate change because people see whatever part of the world you're in, see the climate changing. So I don't think that's
Dogs
such a
love
problem.
home cooking.
And there has been significant progress on some
Gently
of the
prepared, then
solutions.
sealed in our
But the problem is the
revolutionary
world
flavor
keeps
lock pouch.
developing.
For the home cooked
And
taste
therefore,
dogs love.
whereas the developed world was responsible for creating the problem through its industrialization,
What are you doing?
the developed world's emissions will be a
But I'm glad you're up
declining
and waiting to
percentage of the
vacuum.
total over time. And the developing world, because it wants and needs to develop for its people, will become a
I'll pick up
larger
your
and
tray when I
larger
get back from the
element.
market.
And the question
But it's
therefore
Sunday.
is, how do you
Aren't you
get
gonna lay
the
around and watch
financial
football all
flows
day?
going from the developed world to the developing world? How do you make sure that
It
when
only takes a minute.
countries
but the
like
feeling lasts
Indonesia
all
and the
day.
Philippines
What's the setting
and
for
Vietnam
Chiffon?
and Southeast Asia, and then of course in time Africa,
Ribo,
how do they grow
helps heal those bumps
but
and
do it in
bruises.
a way
And
that
it's in
doesn't
Quaker
keep adding to the
oatmeal,
emissions?
because
So
someday
this is the
Jan
challenge.
might
You've got
not think
finance
of
and then you've got
advantage
technology,
as a fashion
which is the other
statement.
big challenge.
Just another reason to start the day the Quaker
One of
way.
the big
Warms you heart and soul.
urgencies is obviously
Being a dance
mitigating,
teacher
as
really
they call
takes
it
a
in
toll
UN
on your
language, but the
skin.
use of fossil fuels, the reliance on that. And you say that is eventually going to go down, not up, but they are predicted to keep rising to at least 2030. So, I mean, what can really be done about that?
Yeah, so
The Latin Grammys
There's
heat
two
up
things you've got
CBS. Join Christina Aguilera, Jimmy Smith,
When
Lou Diamond
it's
Phillips,
possible,
Jennifer Lopez,
because you've
Mark
got the
Anthony, Destiny's
opportunities,
Child,
for example,
Luis
renewable
Miguel, and
energy.
Shakira.
When countries
They'll
in
be
the
rocking the house.
are
Latin Grammys, it's the
increasing their power
Grammys.
production,
It's Grammys. Are we doing it tonight?
they could be doing
Live,
more
only on
sustainable
CBS.
renewable energy. In Africa, for example, there are massive opportunities for hydropower, for geothermal power. So the solution for solar, of course,
Morning on
in
Mike
Africa,
Buchanan in the news at
but you need the
7:55.
financing.
School
So
leaders in
that's the
Fairfax County
challenge.
say they're
And you're
still
absolutely right.
awaiting
The
official
fossil
word
fuel
on the
production
standards of
is
learning
going to
accreditation
continue to
results.
rise. It may peak
They
in
say the
2030,
unofficial
but
results received
we
last
need it
week
to
don't give
peak
them
sooner
enough
if
data
at
to
all
make
possible, and
changes
then we
in
need
the
to, for it to
schools
start
that are
declining.
struggling.
And the other aspect of this is technology. There are new
Did you want to be alone?
being developed, and we're going to have to try and accelerate them.
The irony is I started doing this to be part of the
Otherwise,
crowd.
meeting these climate
No,
targets
I just quit like a darn CQ.
Let's focus back on why we're here, why you are here. And we're here on this COP 29
CQ is
Daily
good in
Show.
cravings.
Back
It's
to
strong
because
medicines within 24 hours. It works.
Nicoderm CQ, now in a clear patch tube, for a more personal way to quit.
Can't tell the crowd.
One is to be a global
This is a News
so
4
that
Today news break.
people, because often the countries with the
Look
least
at this
power
day we
are
have
going
here
to
in the
be
nation's
most
capital.
affected.
Absolutely gorgeous out there, 65 degrees. If you like it, a little bit on the chilly side. We'll check the forecast and the rush hour coming up
They don't
shortly.
have
Good morning, everyone. I'm
huge
Barbara
amounts of
House, and
money
it's
or
Tuesday,
power, but
September 11th,
they're going to be
2001.
really affected by
News
climate
work
change.
crews will
One
start
purpose
installing
of that is to
monitoring
give people
equipment
a voice.
today in a northeast Washington neighborhood, looking for signs of gasoline contamination.
But the
The
second
gasoline leaked from the service
perhaps
station on
at the end,
Maryland side of
Eastern Avenue near Riggs Road 10 years ago. But now tests are being done to see if the gas has spread over the district line.
This COP will
In
very
the story
much be
first
around
on 4,
finance,
police in Prince George's County are looking for more people who may have been involved in an unusual theft ring. The suspects are accused of stealing hundreds
to improve our chances of beating climate change, and then also to try and they've got a particular idea around how you make carbon markets work more effectively, so that you generate more money
what could be
from
the
the
first
developed world.
countywide development
You
tax.
mentioned those
The
carbon
county
markets,
council is
something I
expected to
wanna
begin
talk
the
to you about. It's a
process
big
today.
agenda
The
point
tax would
here,
loosen restrictions
and I
on
think
growth
it's something
around
that
metro stops
you
that
probably
would
are looking into
discourage
quite a
development
lot in the work that
elsewhere.
you're doing now.
This year's plan is said to be...
Before we go any further, do our audience a massive favour and try and explain in simple terms what carbon markets are and why they're important.
Carbon markets are important because if you are emitting, the question is how you manage
It's
to use
not
that
just a shoe. It's art
in order
for your
to-
feet. Hi,
then
I'm
in the
Fanny,
developing
and I
world,
know how you feel
people
about
can-
shoes. How they capture your
you
mood.
put a value
You've got
on that,
lots of
and then you
moods. So
transfer
you need
that to the
lots of
developing world,
shoes.
so
At
they're
Frugal
actually
Fanny's,
investing
choose from
in
thousands of
energy
the
in that
latest
developing
brand
world.
name and designer
So
shoes at
the whole point
25 to
about a carbon
50% off
market
list.
is
You
that
won't
you
know
allow
whether to
people to
look at
trade
them
emissions,
or wear them.
right? So
Frugal
the
Fanny's,
people
new
that are
shipments this
emitting
weekend.
can
Falls
then
Church,
help
Rockville, Herndon,
reduce
and across from
the
Springfield
impact
Mall.
of their
Frugality.
carbon
It starts with
by
your feet.
putting money into the developing world.
Well, that's what's in
The
these
problem has always been
forward
with the carbon markets that it's been difficult to make them transparent. So, for example, people might want to invest
Get an
in
individual size for only $1.99 or a party size for $6.99.
right?
There's fast food,
So
and then there's KFC.
you have to make sure that
Wednesday, all
that
day,
system has
it's
integrity,
Macy's
so people
Super
really
One-Day
see
Sale.
that what you say you're doing, you're actually doing. Right? And the problem has always been with the carbon markets, making sure they operate effectively, transparently, in a way that allows us to get more money into those developing world, into the
And we'll
developing
have a
world that needs
breezy
that.
day
So
with
you think
bright
it's an
sunshine, the
effective
afternoon
system to
high, the
be-
low 80s, comfortably
cleaning out and
dry
sorting
today,
out and getting
and
It's
a fresh
effective.
breeze
I
over the
mean, there are
northwest, about 10
criticisms
to
that
20.
people make of
Then
it because they
tomorrow,
think
in the
you're
morning,
giving the
even
emitters a
chillier than
free
this
pass.
morning, widespread
But in the
50s
end,
for lows,
you know,
highs during the day. Tomorrow, in the
there
upper
will be
70s, and
industries
maybe
and there will
a
be
shower
countries that will
passing through here
continue to
Thursday
emit.
evening from a weather
So
front.
to have a
Otherwise, we have
system
dry weather all the way into the
trading
weekend. Thursday's
for
high
emissions
mid-70s,
and
Friday,
emissions
Saturday, and Sunday
reductions, I
ought to
think
be
a
just near
perfectly
70.
sensible
Now
thing
let's
to
check
do.
So
on
is
the
that going
traffic.
to
Jerry,
be
how's it going?
part of your
Hey,
conversations
John, good
going
morning to you. Good
Yeah.
morning, everyone's been
What-
quite busy.
what
Let's
else
take a
will
live
you
look and see how
look
we're
at? What would
doing
be your
on the trip
measure of
around
success
town.
from this
At this hour,
Well, I
we'll
think
start in Germantown. We're still loaded up and quite
first of all,
slow on
that
the
you actually get
270
the amount of
corridor.
money
A little
that is
police
flowing
activity
from the
earlier, it's gone,
developing
but
to the
from
developing
Father
world,
Hurley
and that
Boulevard,
can
Route 27 on down
It can
in the
happen
thick of it. And a
directly.
quick check on
It can
95 still
happen
looking at
also
delays headed
through,
north out of Newington to Springfield Harbor.
you know,
Thank you very much.
through
Coming up on News
institutions
410,
like
the state of the
World
West
Bank and
Nile
other,
virus around our area,
multilateral
there is
institutions
concern.
providing guarantees, providing concessionary loans for the developing world to be able to invest in renewable energy. See, the problem is that every year, a lot of these developing countries are going to be increasing their power generation, and they will want to be building airports, having well-functioning airlines
you are.
travel. Right. So, unless you find a way where you're allowing the investment in renewable energy to happen much more quickly, so
We're back at 8 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. It's the 11th day of September 2001. You're looking at people gathered outside our studio here on a sunny Tuesday morning. We've obviously had a breach in security. That is Tracy Ullman, the very funny Tracy Ullman, working the crowd a little bit, talking to some of her friends.
It's a wig! I thought it was real! I thought it was a brilliant haircut! I'm such an idiot! Yeah, nice color, very nice.
Tracy's here and there for a good reason, because coming up in this half hour, Katie, you're going to be spending some more time with her.
That's right. Tracy and I are like this these days. We hung out together on Sunday night at a fashion show, and she'll be joining us this morning to tell us about a personal style show that she is hosting and producing. It is called Tracy Ullman's Visible Panty Lines. I don't think we need to say anything more about that. We'll let Tracy do the talking in just a little while.
And have the
Katie, we're also going to have more of
countries
our week-long
and
special series on living longer and living better after the age of 50. This morning we'll focus on the role you move can play in happy aging.
means that we've got a responsibility to deal with it. But dealing with it over time is going to be more and more about how we deliver the finance and the technology to the developing world.
Well, we'll let you get on with that work, and they've got plenty to be getting on with here at COP. Thank you very much for your coverage of the UK.
We need a little time to get the camera from here to the news desk, so work with me here, people.
All right, that's fine. We lost the camera. Anyway, that's all coming up. 8:01. Let's get to the top news stories of the morning. For that, we turn to Ann Cook, because now we have a camera. Katie Mattinell, thank you so much this morning. Good morning, everybody, again. For the second time in 2 weeks, the U.S. has lost an unmanned spy plane over Iraq. Iraq claims it shot down the remote-controlled Predator aircraft near Basra in the southern no-fly zone. U.S. Military officials, however, say they lost contact with the plane, but they cannot
Welcome back to the Daily Show at COP29.
Hearing to determine whether Andrea Yates is fit to stand trial. She's the Houston mother charged with drowning her 5 children. The jury will decide whether she is competent to assist her attorneys in a trial. If the case goes to trial, the district attorney says he will seek the death penalty. Some relief for Congressman Gary Condit today. A grand jury in California has tossed out a complaint by Flight Attendant Anne Marie Smith. It claimed Condit obstructed justice by trying to get her to sign an affidavit denying the two had an affair. Well, the grand jury says it doesn't have jurisdiction over the complaint. Smith's attorney plans to refile. Condit denies the affair and says he's never told anyone to lie. Colin, the heir apparent, is looking more and more like Michael Jordan, is returning to the NBA. Monday, Jordan told reporters who asked him if he's coming back, quote, "I'm doing it for the love of the game." But later, speaking to the
from the first day to the last day, and it's my first time at COP, and it's super exciting to be here. We are currently at the Green Zone, and I've got Charlie right here. What is the Green Zone all about?
For the U.S. Senate.
The Green Zone in
Dole,
concept
who
is the
ran unsuccessfully for president last year, wants to succeed retiring North Carolina Senator Jesse Helms. Her husband, Bob Dole,
it's about
is the
time for me
Senate's
to take you
former
all to the
Republican
Blue
leader.
Zone, and we're going to take a
Congress
bit
is
of a
urging
walk,
the
so
president to
why
take
not
new
come along
steps to
with me?
jumpstart the economy. Among other things, Republicans want a capital gains tax cut.
We
Well, today
finally
the
made
president
it.
is visiting
Let's
his
go
second Florida
inside.
elementary school
This
in
is
as
where
many
the
days,
exact
discussed
climate
the
change
importance of
conversation
literacy
is happening
programs.
because we
He's
currently
calling
have
on
over
Congress to finish work on his
197 countries
education
in here.
plan.
This is
Today, First Lady
delegate
Laura Bush
pavilions where
testifies before
different
Congress.
countries
She
have
is going
their
to be
stand.
talking to a
Right
Senate
behind me
committee
is
Senate
Great
committee
Britain,
rather
and
about
this is the
learning in
Japan
early
stand.
childhood.
And believe
And
me or
one
not,
member of that
the
committee
people of
is
Japan
former First
are
Lady
more like in
Hillary
another
Rodham
world.
Clinton.
We are in
Now
2030,
here's
but I
Tom
believe that
Brokaw with
Japanese
a
are
look at
just
what's coming up
in
tonight on
2060 by
NBC
now.
Nightly News.
Bokuno
Thanks,
Mayoma,
tonight,
this.
three numbers that could save your life. 911, 190 million calls each year, but you won't believe the problem we found. Why someone for
Rwanda is
hours
representing.
for help information you need when seconds count.
Focusing on
Much
climate
more ahead
finance.
tonight.
It feels so
Alright,
good
Tom,
to be
thank
back
you.
home.
It is now
This is
8:04.
Ghana, and I
Time
want to
for the
welcome
weather
you
now.
all. Akwaba.
Ghana plays a
Today's
very
weather
key
is
role
brought to you by
in the
Walmart.
climate change
Always low
agenda,
prices.
so we need to be
Always.
part of this process to
Beautiful
ensure
morning here in the
that we are
Northeast.
contributing in the right direction and also benefiting from what other countries are doing.
All these people that you see
Some
in
showers
here
in
are
northern
trying
plains
to
and wet
get
weather
into
down
the
in
room.
Florida where they'll
And
be
guess
picking
what?
up as
The
much as
main
7
event will be
inches of
happening
rain in parts
tomorrow
of
where
central
we're
and
going to
southern
have
Florida,
over
partly
100
cloudy
world
skies in the
leaders
Pacific
coming in
Northwest.
here
Heat
to
continues
talk
in the
about
desert
our
Southwest.
future. And I
116
can't wait to share all the
That's what's
exciting
going on
news
around the country.
with you all.
Here's what's
So
happening in
on
your
this
neck of
note,
the woods.
see you tomorrow.
65 cool, dry degrees here in Northwest Washington. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Tom Curran. A wonderful change overnight and a fresh, cool air mass going to be with us here for the next several days. And we will have the afternoon high reach just the low 80s today with comfortably dry weather and the breezes out of the northwest about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Then tonight, a really chilly evening down into the 50s. And we'll see the afternoon high tomorrow just the upper 70s with bright sunshine. Thursday evening, slight chance for passing shower. Otherwise, we'll have some cool, dry weather all into the weekend.
In negotiations, former president of the Maldives
54th anniversary. What's your name?
and Secretary General of the Climate Vulnerable Forum.
All
Thank
right,
you,
you were here
Mohammed.
in New York City.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Well, let's just get straight into it and talk about
You came here for your
negotiations at
All right, that's what's up.
We've got
Thank
so
you very
many
much.
people
Happy
here, world
anniversary.
leaders,
Now let's go
you've
back
got
inside.
private sector
All right,
as
Al,
well.
thank you very much.
We're really
Next up,
focusing
tips
on
on
the
how to
leadership
live
side
longer
and the
and better
government
and how
side
your
of the, at the
moves
moment. How
can
do
actually
you explain
affect your
what the
health. But
negotiations
first,
are
these
at
messages.
COP?
Well, in any negotiation,
Well, we've been in band for about 4 years now, but we've been in family for over 16 years.
Sweet making decisions. I mean, it may have seemed tangentially a good idea for him at the time. The NBA, I think, is going to have a problem with this because no matter what they say publicly about how wonderful this is, and their ratings will be huge. We hear that if he comes back. fact
on
is,
the other
David Stern, the
hand, you have
commissioner,
bigger
and the
team
owners have
is
known for a long time
historically
that the day is going to come when they have to go
who
on
have
without
been
Jordan.
emitting,
And they've done it
carbon
twice
for a
already.
very long time.
And if he comes
And
back,
therefore,
they're going to smile and welcome
the
him, but they're going to realize,
reason
they're
for
just
what we are
delaying the
facing,
inevitable.
the
There's
climate
going to be a day
change
they have to live without
impacts
Jordan.
that we are
But it's
seeing
not
now.
the NBA's
As we all
decision,
know,
it's
the
Michael's
waves are
decision.
higher,
And so
the
many
winds are
people for so
stronger,
long have
the
put their
rains
own
are more,
expectations
the
on
droughts are
him.
long.
If he does this, I think
So
he's
the
doing it for
challenges
himself.
are bigger.
Absolutely. He wants to,
Now,
in his life, enjoy
negotiations,
it.
as I
Ultimately,
mentioned,
Michael
on
makes
the one
decisions, that's
hand,
right,
the
for
developing
himself in that
countries
regard.
feel
Bob, you've
that
got your
the
finger on the
developed
pulse there in
countries
Chicago.
must,
It's sad in a way that it isn't happening in Chicago, that this is happening in Washington. And do you think part of this is Michael trying to stick it to General Manager Jerry Krause and the Bulls, the Bulls team? He probably should still be a part of it. There's certainly that is a part of it. But while the rest of, you're right, while the rest of the world, should this happen, is going to say, isn't it amazing to watch Jordan back on a basketball court again? In Chicago, of course, it's going to be, here's Jordan, and the shirt says Washington
the
on
way
it.
meetings are done here, and
It's
the way
not going to compute
conversations are had.
real well here, and I think Chicago's going to be sort of watching it through squinted eyes. It's going to be a big international story, should it happen. But locally in Chicago, it's going to be a pretty impressive thing. I mean, you've got the statue of Jordan in front of the United Center, but he told me once that he never even looks at the statue because he says, I'm not a statue, I'm a person. Well, all they have is the statue. Now, Bob Green, thank you very much for your perspective. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Thanks.
He's not a person, he's a legend. This is such a big deal.
He's an icon there in Chicago.
And every 40-year-old man is looking at him going, yo, go.
For the last 2 weeks, they've been here.
And we'll be there to cover it.
And walk a flight of stairs.
All right, let's walk over to Kira Phillips, who's taking a look at the news today. Morning, Kira. Hi, guys. Well, we begin in the Middle East this morning, where Israeli tanks surrounded the West Bank town of Jenin earlier today. Gun battles broke out between local gunmen and Israeli forces, leaving several Palestinians wounded. Israel says it sealed Jenin because it was the staging ground for dozens of attacks by Palestinian militants. Meanwhile, truce talks tentatively set today between Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat and Israeli Foreign Minister Shimon Peres. They have been postponed. In Australia, a federal judge overturned the government's decision to turn away some 400 asylum seekers. The court says the mostly Afghan migrants now on their way to Papua New Guinea aboard a Navy ship must be allowed to land in Australia. Government officials say they will appeal the court's ruling. Jury selection begins today for a Texas hearing that will determine whether Andrea Yates is fit to stand trial. She's the Houston mother you may remember that was accused of drowning her 5 children in a bathtub in June. She's charged with 2 counts of capital murder for drowning 3 of them. Elizabeth Dole is expected to throw her hat into the ring today. She's expected to announce she's running for Jesse Helms' Senate seat in North Carolina. The announcement comes in Salisbury, North Carolina, her hometown. Dole once served as Secretary of Transportation and Secretary of Labor. Her husband Bob was defeated in the 1996 presidential race. Next, the safety of children's toys. Consumer advocates say they're not safe enough. They say the biggest danger, children choking to death. 16 children under 12 died from toy-related injuries in 1999. 9 of them choked to death. Consumer advocates say manufacturers should do more to guarantee toy safety. The governor of California.
This country is landlocked. This country is mountains. This country is desert with deserts. So these countries
1,000-acre fire in Calaveras County is 50% contained now. So far, none of the county's 7,500 residents has been without water, but they've been asked to conserve. Carolyn Vince.
And then come to a final.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, Kira. All right, it's your turn, everybody. We are asking what you think of Michael Jordan's return to the NBA.
Why don't you drop us a line? What are you waiting for? Daybreak at CNN.com. Be sure to include your name, where you're writing from. We'll get to the emails a little bit later in this hour. I'm interested to see what people have to say.
Yeah, make it juicy. In the meantime, you can go to our website and make your voice heard. You can go to CNN.com and cast your vote and check that out. Wow. Do you think Michael Jordan should return to play in the NBA? And so far, 66% there say no.
I'm surprised, just from a curiosity factor. See, wouldn't you want to see him just take the court one more time?
Because you can't repeat it first love. You know, I just think that people are afraid he's going to stumble, and every time he goes out there, it's going to be 3 times more embarrassing.
Michael's an elite athlete. I think he knows what he's doing. He wouldn't do this if he didn't have a player.
And all the ticket sales through the roof. I mean, it's going to be sold out. Still to come, though. We're going to be looking at this issue of tired of waiting outside in, the summer heat or driving rain to see the U.S. Capitol.
Soon you won't have to. CNN has an inside look at the visitor center renovations. And a little bit later, the eye of the storm, getting out of danger might be the most dangerous thing about a hurricane.
take us through babysitter.com. What's the big deal on that one?
Well, when I had my first child, you had a big book, and you were constantly pulling it out to see where you were in the development process. This site has fantastic visuals, really terrific, and you can actually have an email sent to you on a week-by-week basis in technology terms. Yeah, it's called having something pushed to you, and what's nice is there are a lot of weeks in a pregnancy, so when it arrives in your mailbox, you think, all right, yes, another week, and it will tell you, here's what the baby is going through, here's how you should be feeling, here's some things you need to do.
And that's a free site.
It is free.
Oh, interesting. Take us through drspock.com.
Yeah, Dr. Spock, a very familiar name in town. Yeah, he's online, a very popular site, well organized, in that you can find information by age, if you've got an infant, a toddler, someone in elementary school, and by topic. So that's a worthwhile one to check out.
All right, isn't it a little dangerous? I mean, shouldn't you be speaking with your doctor whenever you have a question? I mean, you shouldn't be going online to ask questions, should you?
Well, it's a great point, and it's not a substitute. I've talked to a lot of experts who say the real red flag is when a parent walks into a pediatrician's office and says, I've got it all figured out. Or worse yet, they don't walk in because they think they have it all figured out. So it's important to use it as a supplemental resource.
Dr. Levin Harvey said, we'll talk to them about what's MD-80 310.
Moms talking to moms.
Okay. Let's move on. Parenting.com. What's that one give us?
Yeah, parenting.com is a fun one. They have a budget calculator.